right, let's move on with the pop roster. Britney Spears' latest family feud drama.
Never-ending story.
Absolutely. And this, right now is, Britney going off on Jamie Lynn yet again, because Jamie Lynn has now, her memoir is out. And apparently, it's selling fairly well. And she's gone on, all the television shows and
podcasts.
The podcast. And she is, basically spreading what Britney calls lies. I'm going to pull up Britney's IG page so I can read it to you in a minute. But so essentially, the Real and the Talk this past week were talking about sort of, Jamie's book and the things that were addressed in it. And they kind of, it seemed like they were aligning a bit with Britney on this and not so much Jamie. And then Britney posted on Instagram. And if you don't mind, I'd like to read to you her Instagram post.
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Get on my old man spectacles. So the post reads, and I quote, "National bestseller, a bunch of question marks. Duh. The timing of your book was unbelievable, Jamie Lynn, especially knowing the whole world had no clue what was really done to me. My whole family, including you, is saying you didn't know. Bullshit. But what these women are saying," and she's referring to the women on the Real and the women on the Talk, "what these women are saying here is pretty clear. I'm just kind of shocked that more people like these Real Soul Sisters aren't telling it like it is. Congrats, bestseller. I'm not surprised at all. The nerve of you to sell a book and now talk shit, but your fucking lying is just you lied about Alexa Nicholas. I wish you would take a lie detector test so all these masses of people see you lying through your teeth about me. I wish the Almighty Lord would come down and show this whole world that you're lying and making money off of me." I'm not laughing at her. I'm laughing at just the absolute absurdity of how far her family is willing to go to make money off of Britney Spears.
It is a travesty.
Because, Jamie
really
Lynn is now calling herself a national best-selling author in her own Instagram post.
As if she's selling these books off of her notoriety and fame alone. You're not. You're selling these books because you are Britney Spears' sister, which is what, in effect, Britney Spears is saying there. You're a national bestseller. Well, it's because of me, baby, that people are buying this book and want to see what you have to say about me. And I find the whole thing just to be ill-timed, inappropriate, in bad taste. I just think the whole family is to throw them out.
Absolutely.
Throw them out.
Oh, and then, the last line in Britney's post says, "You are scum, Jamie Lynn."
I mean, okay. Shots fired, and I'm not mad at it. I just feel like that's her. I would feel the exact same way if I'm Britney and I'm seeing my sister on a press tour for a book in which she alleges I brandished a knife and called me erratic and someone who's spiraling and all of these things that she said about Britney, while under the guise of loving her sister and trying to help her so much. No, you didn't. You lived off of yours. Everybody knows it, too. And the weird thing, well, no, I think the fair thing is that the more Jamie Lynn tries to present herself as this loving sister, the more people are just calling bullshit. Like, nobody's believing this about you. Maybe you make some money off of this book and off of your sister's name, but it's not like people believe you. And it's not like people love you like they love Britney. And, I mean, that's a whole other thing to talk about too. Like, what must it be like to be Jamie Lynn in the shadow of her sister for all those years? And maybe this was a way that she could kind of counterbalance that or take some of the shine off of her sister by writing this book and also taking all the money that she did allegedly. I don't know, like however she benefited with condos and whatnot. Maybe that's how she justified it, but it's just gross.
It's so gross. And it's hashtag horrible. I don't like it.
It is hashtag. Well, and I also heard that Britney Spears' father, Jamie Spears, who's like, toxic.
I can't.
Masculine. Just toxic, grody fatherhood guy. is asking that Britney sit for a deposition so that his lawyers can ask her about alleged drug use and her parenting. Like, I don't know under what theory, Jamie, you drunk, you think that you can haul your daughter after you've abused her for all these years into a deposition to ask her these personal questions after you've bugged her bedroom, after you've done indecent things to her. Like, I don't understand how he has the balls to even ask her, especially when he failed to show up to 2 depositions that are required by the court. He's just not showing up to talk about all of his misdeeds and what he's done under the conservatorship. Let me just tell you something, though. He can run, but he cannot hide, because Britney's attorney, Rose Garten, I think that's what his name is. I can't remember exactly what. Whoever he is, he's a former prosecutor. That man does not play around. Jamie, absolutely, he's coming for you. He's coming for you.
It's just horrible. Every family has its own, situations and turmoils, but this is so egregious, so disgusting, so horrific. I mean, it's that conservatorship in many ways is like they just threw her in the basement, locked her in, and just gave her the bare essentials to live.
Well, no, they worked her though like a slave. Yeah, they worked her. They required that and he took a cut of everything.
It's horrible.
And you know what I want to talk about and just get into the nitty gritty of is Kevin Federline, because there are rumors, echoes that he was complicit to some degree, allegedly, with Jamie Spears in getting Britney under this conservatorship and getting a hold of those kids and the money that he gets per month. I know he just sued Britney a couple of years ago for an increase in his child support payments from like $20,000 to $40,000 or something like that a month. So he's been living off of Britney Spears this entire time as well, and may have had a hand in everything that happened to her. Like the whole machine around her.
Oh, it's horrible. And clearly he benefited. Clearly.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Disgusting. I can't take it.
Well, and the thing that's really sad about it is that this has absolutely changed Britney Spears. The person she is now that we see on social media and communicating with us is just she is kind of a shell of the person that she once was. And she needs rehabilitation. She needs time. She needs therapy, but I don't know that she'll ever get it because she was abused through the therapeutic process. Like, it's just what they've done to her is
it's unforgivable.
Yeah.
It's unforgivable. I don't think she'll ever be the same. I really don't.
I remember Wendy Williams. I think Britney Spears was taken into some facility within the last couple of years. And I remember Wendy Williams being the one that says, we're never going to see her again. We're never going to see her again. She's never going to be the Britney that we knew. She's changed. She's different forever. I remember that starkly. I mean, I'm paraphrasing what she did.
Of course, I'm hearing, too, that Wendy probably isn't the same Wendy. Now, I did hear, some reports are saying that she's been fired, that she's been completely replaced by guest hosts, and this is the last season of the show. However, I've been hearing a few little sort of under grumblings that she is coming back, and it might be sometime in March.
I've heard that too.
And I hope with all my heart she comes back, and when she walks out, it is our Wendy. And she can just say, right here, to all you people, talking smack about me. Now, I'm not saying that some of the smack that was talked about her wasn't warranted. Wasn't warranted, because she certainly talked smack about a lot of people, and she became her own hot topic, and it is what it is. But I would like to see her be the phoenix that rises from all that.
I'm rooting for Wendy.
I am, and I'm rooting for Britney. I hope she finds a therapist that proves that they are in it to help her be a whole person. There is at least one person out there that is like this for her. I just hope she finds them. I really do.
Before we conclude this, have you heard that she's going to be doing an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Britney Spears?
I heard that, but I didn't know if that was a rumor or if that was a legit
rumor
done
has
deal.
It. I hope so. I think that would be a stunning interview, and I would be there for it.
And that would be probably the best person to sit down with her and talk to her.
100%. I agree.